We love hip
Salute the
hop.
No Jumper. Salute the Poetic Flakko. That's who I'll salute in this. Okay. Poetic Flakko is somebody who's came from the No Jumper universe. He's somebody that when he first entered the No Jumper universe, they used to clown the shit out of him. All right. They used to clown his stutter. People were like, yo, what's up with your feet? Because he used to be over there with like slippers on and shit, just showing like crazy like toes and stuff like that. They used to make fun of his pants because he used to have these weird tight pants. Like anything they can make fun of, they used to make fun of Flakko. And this is when he used to be in the building. He moved from North Dakota all the way over to California on Adam's dime, from what I remember, right? Because Adam was like, yo, this guy's a good look. Let's bring him over. And he's been a big asset to them behind the scenes. And in front of the scenes, they were like trying to get him out the paint. Now, full circle, 2026, Poetic Flakko is one of the more popular media personalities out here in the scene. Okay, his videos do tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of views. And dare I say, he's probably, for his YouTube channel, is probably doing 10 times better than No Jumper. So recently, you're saying Ozempic Flakko. I don't know if it's Ozempic Flakko because he didn't lose that much weight. But salute to Flakko. And Flakko's We Love Hip Hop alumni. I got 2 interviews with Poetic Flakko. So salute to Poetic Flakko. Okay. So he's been having his share of issues with some people over at No Jumper. I'll give you guys a little bit of the lore before I play you the video over here. He has exposed the fact that Draco the Ruler, he exposed Draco the Ruler's killer in a recent video, maybe about 2 weeks ago now. For some reason, it's kind of went under the radar as far as the media, because in that video, he gave a serious breakdown of why he thinks the people that he was accusing of killing Draco the Ruler are those people. And he was saying that he got his information straight from the police. Okay, you know what? I'll play that video first. And then we'll get to the video of his feelings against No Jumper, because the video I'm going to play after this, he goes crazy and yellow tapes the fuck out of No Jumper. Okay, let's do this. Drakeo. Okay. I'm sure his video. See, bong. 3 weeks ago he made this video. LA gang members who killed Draco the Ruler and multiple Crips. It has 423,000 views on it, so almost 500,000 views on it. All right.
The murder of rapper Draco the Ruler has been unsolved until today. Because in this video, I'm revealing the name of the person who killed Draco the Ruler. I'm revealing the face of the person who killed Draco the Ruler. And I'm breaking down in grave details how they were able to kill Draco the Ruler at a packed out festival.
Do me a quick favor while you're here and smash that like button so we can break the algorithm. And join the comment gang and subscribe. It's free.
Chaos at a packed concert featuring rap legends like Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube. A person was stabbed and police have shut down the show.
Well, a man is reported dead after being stabbed at a concert in Exposition Park last night. TMZ is reporting the victim was rapper Draco the Ruler. It happened around 8:30 last night during the Once Upon a Time in LA Music Festival being held at the Bank of California Stadium.
A couple of days ago, I made a post where I announced I'm about to expose and reveal who killed a really famous LA rapper. A lot of famous LA rappers have died. I never said the name of who I was about to expose. But when that post went up, almost immediately, hit dogs began hollering. One of the hit dogs who's been hollering the loudest, trying to get me not to drop this video, is Inglewood Family Blood Munchie B, who Draco the Ruler famously dissed in his Inglewood diss.
And for the people who don't know who Munchie B is, he's like a blind blood member who is also a No Jumper host. He's actually so much of a No Jumper host that he's on the Tuesday show, which is their flagship show on the network. Nice glass asking what happened to the stutter. Flakko doesn't really have the stutter too much when he's at home. You might see it sometimes when he's doing like a live stream, but I think he's been able to really suppress the stutter, and it might be something that has to do with just nervousness, anxiety in public, shit like that. Like super Flakko.
when he says, I just dropped 50 on a blind ninja, he ain't see it coming. He was talking about Munchie B. Munchie B thought that targeting me and my parents for something one of my relatives did would sway me from dropping this video. It didn't. Munchie would even make a threat that he wasn't done with me and he was gonna be at me every day if I dropped this video.
Frederick, your real name, you know what I'm saying? But whatever, Frederick, Jala.
Frederick.
I'm gonna tell you why your name, that last name on Inglewood family. Any female need to run from the Jala last name. It ain't straight. On any resume, it ain't straight. I swear to God, bro. Flakko. I'm not done right here, bro. I'm on your bumper because you're a horny frog, bro.
On Bloods, why this nigga so mad? Come on, Blood, I don't understand. Blood, why this nigga so mad? Swoo, because I'm confused, all right? If you have nothing to do with Draco the Ruler's death, if you or your homies and Inglewood families have nothing to do with Draco the Ruler's death, then why are you going so hard trying to get me not to drop this video? Once that didn't work, another Blood from Inglewood called Frosty the Snowman, who in my opinion was put up to this by Munchie B, called Adam22 and began to threaten Adam22 that if I drop this video exposing Draco the Ruler's killer, that they're gonna treat it as if no jumper dropped it. This is just age-old LA tactics.
This kind of content it's gonna get treated like no jumper's the ones dropping that content.
Definitely.
Which
he's right.
On one hand, I think
I'm just setting up the lore right now.
Flakko's totally within his right to expose whatever the he wants to say about an ongoing investigation. Because I mean, it's not any different than what happens in the real media world, where the New York Times, if they find out that there's an investigation going on into a alleged crime that Donald Trump committed, they are going to publish an article.
We've been dealing with LA bullies our
Y'all keep on asking what Flakko's wearing. Flakko. Listen, Flakko, he's making fun of gangbangers. Okay? He's making fun of gangbangers and he don't give a fuck about them. He thinks a lot of them are the scum of the earth. He said it on multiple videos that a lot of LA gangbangers, even specifically, are just don't deserve to be around no more. I'm not going to say certain words because of YouTube rules, but he has a huge disdain for gang members and gang culture. Okay, so when he's doing this, it's not because he's trying to be down. He's like, oh, all you blood niggas have a problem with me making this video. I'm going to literally wear red rags and make fun of y'all. Also, he don't live in LA no more. He moved, I think he's in Texas, if I'm not mistaken, or he might have moved back to North Dakota or South Dakota. And he doesn't have to worry about walking outside and seeing Bloods and Crips and essays every day anymore. So he's talking his shit. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing.
Entire life. The reason why they contacted Adam when them comment at my family and me didn't do anything is because they think, well, Flakko is associated with no jumper. So if Adam, can get scared, then maybe Adam will scare Flakko into not doing it. Or if Adam tells Flakko, hey, man, if you drop it, your job is at risk, bro. Just, again, LA bully.
If you drop it, your job is at risk. Look how many views is under this video right here. 423,000 views in 3 weeks. I don't think Flakko's worried about his job at No Jumper, that he never does any hosting. You never see Flakko over there anymore doing any hosting. He might help them behind the scenes with their social media and stuff like that. But as far as like going down to LA, going down to the No Jumper freaking office and doing content with a bunch of illiterate gangbangers, like it's just not a thing for him. Like I don't think he's got the time. He could make 4 YouTube videos in a day and make quadruple what he was probably making on sitting on the No Jumper couches, dirty ass couches, smelling like freaking meth heads and shit.
Tactics that didn't work, right? Because Adam isn't terrified, isn't scared. Nobody is scared of gangbangers anymore. Blood, that's a fact. All right, gangbangers don't scare nobody.
See, this is the sentiment that I was telling you guys about.
Of course, none of it works, but I'm confused as to why Munchie B is going this hard.
So I'm going to get to the part where he reveals the murderer of Draco the Ruler. R.I.P.
A rapper named K7 who was fighting next to Draco identified the man who was able to sneak in the knives to give to the assassins. His name is Gloves. He was YG's security guard for years, and he still is.
Cheers. I'm speaking facts, bro. YG in real life, and all the bro. I don't give a bro. I'm so mad, bro. My mama, bro. YG did some hoe, bro. And if I see Cuz, I'ma slap the shit with that. On all this puff talking like they hard, bro, but they fighting big ass security. You got those security guards fighting. Come on, bro. That's cool, bro. On my mama, bro. The big ass ball security guard snuck in knives, all type of weird.
The person he's saying snuck the knives in that was used to kill Draco is a man by the name of Big Gloves, as you see right here. He's YG security guard. Anywhere you see YG, you see him. This was strategically and methodically planned because as soon as Draco walked in at 8:30, and by 8:32, it already sparked off.
Damn.
They were already in place, already had their knives, waiting for Draco to walk in so they could murder Draco.
We got there at 8:30. It was cracking at 8:32. Like
Before I continue this, Flakko cracked the case. Okay, keep this in mind. It has 423,000 views on it, so it's not like it went under the rug. Flakko literally cracked the case.
type shit. Like,
Wow.
yeah, that's the type of shit. Yeah.
I think your mom said it was around 40 to 60 men in masks.
No, it was like 100 or something.
Really?
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
What do you say to people saying it was a setup? Because they were saying he shouldn't have been on the same bill as some of those other people at all.
I mean, shit. It's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you know. They're not, I wouldn't say, you know what I'm saying? That if you know, you know. Like, you know what I'm saying? We pulled up at 8:30, 8:32. It was cracking like this. Shit like that.
So I'm guessing you saw it happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything happened in motion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right then and there. It wasn't no 70 people packing out Draco. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just happened right there.
Yeah.
I feel like it just happened like all in one motion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ever got to Draco, like, to just get Draco. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was all in one motion.
Yeah.
The footage of them getting swarmed from 100 Bloods, from Pyrus to Inglewood families to BPS, that's on YouTube. Now, if you look at the still shot from this video, you see Draco is behind his security. Draco is still swinging, but he's behind his security. Now, a lot of people mistakenly believe this is the footage of Draco getting stabbed. It's not. When they walked in, they walked past BPS members, Inglewood family members, a lot of Bloods, they weren't fazed. They began to walk, trying to get to their place, trying to get on stage, trying to perform. Draco homie Chiefin Heavily, who has a store in LA, he falls behind. And as he falls behind the group, they try to rob him for his chain. Some Blood members try to rob him for his chain. When they try to rob him, he was able to escape. And he runs over to Draco, Ralphie, and the crew and says, yo, they just try to rob me. Some Bloods try to rob me. Draco says, what? Draco's security, Coop, tells Draco, hey, yo, keep pushing. Keep going. Draco said, F that. Who did it? As Draco turned around to try to figure out who tried to rob his homies, they swarmed them. They absolutely swarmed them. Now, they was fighting for about a minute. Draco did not get stabbed in that video. Draco did not get stabbed in that video. They were fighting for about a minute. As they are fighting for about a minute, LAPD begins to walk down, so the crowd begins to disperse. However, there's people still there. Now, LAPD is shouting, the security guard is shouting at LAPD, yo, get them. Multiple dudes then bum rush Draco and his security guard, Coop. Coop then was able to get one dude, but then the other dude was able to go around Coop and stab Draco in his neck and stabbed him. Coop is yelling at LAPD, get him! LAPD then flashed the light, and before they could flash the light, the dude took off. But who was that dude that stabbed Draco in his neck?
Talk about it.
He's a friend of Munchie B called Frankenstone. His legal name is Frank Williams. Now, this particular screenshot right here is
man threw the gubby out there and the nickname. Let's go, Flakko.
Footage from another murder Frank Williams is involved in. we are not going to show the footage or identify the victim of the murder because we personally don't want to include the victim in anything out of respect for him and his family. That footage that I'm not going to show nor identify who the victim was, that footage is of Frankenstone, aka Frank Williams, stabbing another victim in the neck after an altercation at an after party spot. He murdered this victim the same way he murdered Draco. The victim held his hand out to shake Frank Williams' hand. Frank Williams refused to shake his hand and then stalked him all across the building and then ultimately stabbed him. Now, the police believe that he did this to promote or assist the Black Peace Stones. He's currently out on bail as he's fighting this murder case. Now, when he found out that I was going to do this video about him, that I was going to identify him as the man who stabbed and killed Draco the Ruler, he deleted his Instagram, his Facebook. He deleted all traces of himself from online. But it's too late for him to run and hide. The police have identified him because people who were present has identified him as the one who did it. Not only is the police identifying him as a suspect in this, but the streets, him and his homies, have told people that he was the one who stabbed and killed Draco. The streets credit him, Frankenstone, Frank Williams, as the one who stabbed and killed Draco the Ruler.
Man said he has the name and the nickname Frankenstone, aka Frank Williams, is the man who killed Draco the Ruler.
People who were present behind the scenes have told anyone willing to listen that Frankenstone is who stabbed and killed Draco the Ruler. It's just a fact. Now, the question here is, why would he stab and kill Draco the Ruler? What did he have to gain from it? Well, Frank Williams was really close friends with Red Bull, and he's really close friends with Munchie B. And as
Munchie B, no jumper host. Pay attention.
As Munchie B stated, Draco the Ruler died because he got out of jail and began to diss Red Bull, who was right-hand man and really close with Frank Williams, aka Frankenstone.
What y'all was saying when he was on record disrespecting my homie, rest in peace. He can't talk back, but you disrespecting him. You know what I'm saying?
This is Munchie B again, no jumper host. We gonna get to it.
Red Bull, man.
Long live Red Bull. So, you know, and he passed. I kicked him while he was down, literally. Hey, look, bro. Hey, people invite certain energy. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel bad for nobody over there except for his mama, bro. His mama lost his son because he wanted to entertain a little too much, man.
Munchie B said he kicked Draco while he was down, literally. Munchie B ain't do a goddamn thing to Draco. This is just Munchie B. This is what Munchie B does, okay? Munchie B.
See, this is what I don't understand. And I guess Adam's gonna hire who he hires. He's in LA, whatever. He's got to deal with the choices that is in front of him. But if you got somebody on your podcast who was at the Draco the Ruler murder and says that he kicked Draco the Ruler, why would you have that person as one as your no jumper host? Especially if he's not even that good at freaking podcasting. Like, with all due respect, actually, no, I don't even know these niggas. So fuck with all due respect. A lot of them niggas over there are bad podcasters, bro. They're just garbage, bro. They talk over each other. They have no points. They don't know what the hell is going on at the hip hop scene. They're super high most of the time, and they can barely put together coherent sentences or belligerently drunk. It's just a shit show over there.
Is going out of his way to try to include himself as if he was the one who kicked Draco while he was down. Nobody kicked Draco while he was down. Cut it out, man.
Yes, and they had Ralphie to plug Draco the Ruler's brother as a sometimes host. I seen him on the news show a few times. Like, how you have these same people under the same roof? Friday's not going to LA anytime soon. I'll go to LA, bro. It's not even, I'm not even worried about it because, to be honest, it's not that these gang members can't do nothing to you, but they don't even be that smart, fam. Like, you just got to stay out of the way, to be honest. And I'm not going up into clubs and all that type of shit. I might go to no jumper. So, you know what? I might need to shut the fuck up. Friday, I'm wondering why Act talks to Dolph Killers every day for that reason. Yeah, the game is mosh up, bro. Straight talking to niggas who murk people that you fuck with, or because it's not like Like, I know business is business, but like sometimes these guys be like, yo, Draco the Ruler, he was my favorite. That was my homie. We had so many good times. So then why the fuck you hire like one of his killers?
Draco didn't get stomped out. Right? They stabbed Draco and ran and did a 40-yard dash. But this is much to be confirming that the reason why Draco got stabbed and killed is because he disrespected Red Bull, which is, by the way, Frankenstone's right-hand man's and close friend, and which is why Munchie B and Frankenstone are still really close, according to...
Okay, so basically all of that stuff, for him making this video right here, LA gang members who killed Draco the Ruler and multiple Crips, for him making this video right here has stirred up a lot of drama with him and the No Jumper team. Not Adam 22 per se, but like bum-ass members of the No Jumper team. They literally sit there on the news show, they start shitting on Flakko, they call him the police. And listen, I'm not saying that Flakko's not doing some federal shit, but the way that these guys kick his back in, like as if he's not part of the staff, like as if he's never going to walk back up in that building again, they're making it so that he doesn't ever want to walk back up in that building again. So he recently made a video, and this video is literally from 2 days ago, where he just went crazy and yellow taped the hell out of No Jumper to the point where I'm like, yo, are you still cool with Adam? And he does mention in this video, okay, spoiler alert, he does mention in this video that he is cool with Adam, but I'm not sure, fam, because the way he talks about them, about that platform in this video right here, I don't think he even gives a shit if he gets fired after this. So let's go.
Situation is horrifying, is a disaster. The current No Jumper situation is horrifying, is a disaster. The current employees are absolutely filth. Say what you want about Adam. Adam has lasted as long because he's clearly great at making content. But Adam is a 40-year-old man. You can't ask him to be on every show on No Jumper and every piece of content that comes out of No Jumper because that's impossible. He's 40. But the peak of No Jumper has been Adam surrounding himself by a solid core of at least 5 that he's able to assign to different shows, and they're able to at least perform when he's not present. But nowadays, Adam has surrounded himself with a group of absolute nincompoops, dummies, stupid weirdos who can't even put together a coherent sentence or give any type of structural analysis on anything. Damn. So what we are left with is a bunch of babbling idiots when Adam isn't here. Damn. There are some employees who aren't completely babbling buffoons, right? They do have something to offer, but it's not 5. Trust me.
Who are you talking about? Because the only 2 people I can think about who's left that can put coherent sentences together, with all due respect, I'm not going to call them wastemans, but do waste man shit. Okay? Almighty Suspect, the guy who spit on friggin' the guy, that Brandon guy. You guys remember when friggin' that Almighty Suspect guy did the spitting on Brandon? All right? There's a lot of lore in these No Jumper streets. This is who Flakko's talking about, some of the most coherent ones that are
like
left.
to wrestle in his own match.
That's true.
On dots and everything else. I'm still gonna come to No Jumper. I'm gonna walk in and out this. If a want to do something, there's nothing but space and opportunity. Ain't worried about a light skin, no nigga, period. So if that gay, he's
not even talking into the mic.
He's bringing up fighting. You can't get a nigga bringing up fighting, trying to put it on another nigga to do something.
So,
but I just caught you one. I just caught you one. Just like you are.
Guys. Guys.
Right, this is the coherent person that they're talking about, and the other coherent person right here, Lush One. Big salute to Lush One. We love hip hop alumni. High as shit right now. High as giraffe pussy. He probably high off of some kind of meth or something like that. And I'm not even trying to diss. Like, he's super public about this shit. Like, he's tweaking right now. So, like, what are we talking about?
I've gone down the roster. I can't find 5 that aren't babbling buffoons. Right? That's just a fact. Now, usually I would ignore these babbling buffoons, but then it came to my awareness that these babbling buffoons was blaming me for why they are terrible at their jobs. I've literally watched episodes of the No Jumper News where Almighty Suspect, who's one of the few good ones at No Jumper, where he literally has to talk to himself for 2 hours because nobody around him has anything to offer. Like, he literally has to give his analysis. He has to offer his own rebuttal because nobody around him is informed, has anything to say, can provide any type of articulate analysis or coherent sense about anything. And these people are the ones behind the scenes telling Adam that I'm the reason why they suck at their job?
All that, Flakko was not really doing anything for No Jumper besides helping out a little bit with the news topics. Now, the reason...
See that? Barely doing anything for No Jumper except for helping with the news topics. I can say he's been helping with the social media as well, which are different things that help them exponentially. But damn.
Why he was removed from that duty was entirely because I was sitting there on the news and everybody was complaining about how they were getting the topics 10 or 15 minutes before the news would start and how they felt like they didn't have any time to prepare anything. So the only stuff that they were able to cover on the news was stuff that was, you know, that you could watch on the news, aka like 1 minute or less clips.
First off, I volunteered my expertise.
Before you go, Flakko, let me give you a little bit, even some of the behind the scenes of what goes on with us, right? For example, when I send the topics to my co-host, I share them in a group chat, and sometimes I'll see seen, and sometimes I don't see it seen by my different co-hosts, right? Salute to DJ Czar, salute to DJ Natural Wave, salute to Dusty Wallace, right? However, sometimes they come to the podcast and they'll be like, you know what? I didn't even see the topics in the group chat, right? And they're still prepared, and it's not because, right, that the topics, they had to go do some in-depth research, so I need to send it to them like 24 or 48 hours before. Like, nah, bro, like they're just in the know of what's going on. It's stuff that they probably watched the video of already that I sent in the link as one of the accompanying videos. They probably already seen that shit. And if they didn't, then we're going to watch it on the show. You know what I'm saying? But these guys are already pre-prepared, and I don't have to prepare them days ahead of time. So that's a silly excuse for not being prepared for your show or talking a bunch of nigga babble when they up there.
Because I do daily news topics. I am successful doing daily news topics. I know more about what topic is going to perform than the nincompoops that sit on the stained couch. But
nigga said stained couch.
Don't listen to me. Let's take a look at the profound news topics they needed multiple days to prepare for, okay? Poetik Flakko, brother, apparently having a mugshot in a freestyle.
Stop. Look at these. This is the Clips channel. This has to be the Clips channel. This is the Clips channel. Because this can't be the main channel. 16, 22, and I'm not here to view shame because I'm not the craziest. I don't get the craziest views. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about a channel that has 5 million subscribers or whatever, or I forgot how many subscribers the Clips channels has.
David could get
what I'm saying is, as far as their views in comparison to his views, okay? If I pull up Flakko's channel right now, right, and his SEO is super strong, and I just pull up his last set of videos, they're murking No Jumper. Watch this. Let's go 2 days behind here. 3 days ago, Boosie is crashing out badly, and it's hard to watch. 81,000 views. DJ Academics just crashed out on everyone. 55,000. Brick Baby is beyond cooked after this major L in court today. 88,000. Okay? Like the lowest one is the one about Tariq Nasheed. You feel me? This one here, the one that we're looking at right now, has 84,000 views on it. A Russell Brand video has 50,000 views on it. Like, he's just pissing views, bro. Right? This one where he's talking about Wack attacking somebody, this is only an hour old and it has 8.5 thousand views on it. So he's running laps around No Jumper at this point. The guy who they used to make fun of his pants and his slippers is literally wearing a rollie now. He's driving a Benz. He's shitting on these niggas.
Released today from jail. P. Nice got a new podcast. All right. Boosie and Vlad fell out over $5,000. Oh, these topics are profound. How could y'all not have multiple days to prepare for this? Ice Spice getting jumped at a Los Angeles McDonald's. Oh, how could y'all not?
Oh my God. You know what the problem is? Look, Ice Spice pressed and jumped while in Los Angeles, right? 16,000 views 4 days ago. Watch this. Where's his Ice Spice video? What's your Ice Spice video did, Flakko? Eva LA gang just viciously attacked Ice Spice outside of McDonald's. 89,000 views. So, and how many subs he got? Flakko is at 385,000 or 358,000 subs. So his video about Ice Spice did 89,000 views. No Jumper's video about Ice Spice, 16,000 views. Atrocious.
Be given multiple.
This is the people who put him on. Keep this in mind. Okay, I'm not view shaming No Jumper. I'm comparing the views where it's like the student has become the teacher.
Days to prepare for this. Now, here's the real issue here, Adam. The issue, Adam, isn't that I didn't give these absolute idiots and nincompoops multiple days to prepare. The real issue here is they didn't know how to do their job correctly or well. These people literally had a complaint where they said I didn't alert them a couple days before to listen to the Kanye album. Kanye West, a prominent rapper, is about to drop a really anticipated rap album, one of the biggest debuts of the year, and employees on a hip-hop platform is telling me they didn't listen to the album because I didn't tell them to listen to it a day beforehand. What did you think we were going to discuss on a hip-hop show the day after Kanye West dropped his album?
Because I mean, on the way here, I was listening to the Kanye album, and I'm like, there's no way that anybody like told everybody on the news, hey, listen to the Kanye album so we could talk about the Kanye album. But like, if I'm a No Jumper fan, I'm like tuning in if I know that I'm going to hear a good discussion about the Kanye album, and probably not. If
What? Who? Huh? Say that again, nigga.
Jumper fan, I'm like tuning in if I know that I'm going to hear a good discussion about the Kanye album, and probably not if I feel like I'm not.
Adam,
is that what people are tuning into No Jumper for, brother? You are sadly mistaken, my guy. What? No, in my opinion, nobody's pulling up to No Jumper to hear about what you guys think about trending topics in hip-hop culture. Okay? We're looking to see if you guys are going to fight or not. Are the hosts going to get into a fight on this live stream for the news? Are the hosts going to keep on screaming at each other and somebody's going to walk out of the studio? We're literally just watching for that, fam. Okay? Let me show y'all something quickly before I continue this Flakko video. Because this is literally what we're here for No Jumper for. And they give it to us on a silver platter to the point where, like, I know they stage half of this shit because they're like, yo, shit is getting slow right now. Look at this. This is what No Jumper's into right now. Okay? This is what people pull up to No Jumper for. Watch this. This is what we pull up to No Jumper for.
But I have no issue with no bloods anywhere because I'm not a gang member.
You still a Mexican.
Especially from being from NorCal, you got no problems with nobody.
This shit is a motherfucking game.
Right, come on.
Bitch ass nigga, you think this shit is a game, nigga? I'm not playing.
I'm just trying to have a conversation. You getting mad?
Think this shit is a game, nigga? Raising your voice at me?
He's trying to do
content with you.
Why you gotta make it a violent thing, bro? Come on.
Hey, just like I said,
bro, nigga.
911 on speed dog, nigga.
What? Nigga, look, I ain't going about none of that.
Man, sit down,
nigga,
bro.
that's okay. That's where we going.
Whack, come on. Holy shit out. He wants to have a conversation with you.
You talking about threatening violence? What is the
talking about, nigga? Watch out.
This is what we pull up to No Jumper for.
He on some talking about, nigga.
I got no issue with you,
man. Bitch ass up out here.
Some police.
You can't talk no gangster shit with a nigga that start talking about the police.
Ain't nobody talk never no gangster shit, Creed. I never was on no bitch ass shit.
Dead homies, nigga.
I was never on no gangster
outside. Come on outside.
The No Jumper special.
Come outside.
Come outside, homie. Come outside, nigga.
I want me to do that.
Bring your ass outside.
You got it.
Wild dude, nigga.
Just moving equipment around and shit. Just a regular day at the office.
Fuck you playing with?
You got
I
it.
told you I don't
You're not doing
tolerate no
this.
You got it.
disrespect.
I'm not trying to disrespect you.
He's trying to podcast.
Nigga, I don't play with messages like
I'm not
that.
trying to disrespect you, my G. I'm trying to have a conversation.
I don't want a conversation.
Okay, but I have no issue.
Right? This is what we pull up to No Jumper for, Adam. We're not pulling up for intense hip-hop takes and friggin' philosophical conversation.
You're being too soft on these dweebs. You're being too soft. You gotta make them earn the $75.50 they make per show. You gotta make them earn it, bro.
This is where I knew Flakko was ready to burn it down. When he started just mentioning how much they're getting paid per episode, and he's about to get even deeper into the money that these guys get paid per episode, and the different hierarchies of how you get paid for the shit, right? This is where I realized, yo, if Adam sees this and he gets angry at Flakko, like, Flakko, why are you talking about my network like this? Like, it's one thing if Friday Ricky Dredge doing it for freaking a few thousand views, and then he's like, oh, Friday, you said some weird shit about me, so I don't want to be your friend anymore. Right? It's one thing if I say that shit, but when somebody who you currently employ, it's not even employed, currently employ, is like, yo, you guys over there are trash. There's only 3 good podcasters out of freaking 10. This means, like, bro, I don't give a shit if you fire me for this video, because this video itself has paid me more than you guys have paid me in a year.
Because how is it that 2 people consistently?
Maybe in a year is exaggerating, but you get what I'm saying. He gets paid way more at home than going over there and sitting around smelling armpit and friggin' gangsterism.
Are music lovers. They listen to everything. Suspect and Lush. So Suspect and Lush, who are just music lovers, who just listen to music on their spare time, they listen to everything. They show up with their analysis, their informed takes on music, and the albums already listened to. So they show up listening to these albums, and then everybody else is like, I didn't know I needed to listen to one of the biggest albums in rap on a rap platform because Flakko didn't tell me I need to listen to it. And I'm sitting there like, huh? How, first off, forget Flakko. How was that fair to Suspect and Lush? Now, I'm not even discussing, because again, I don't even know who was present or who told Adam this. I'm just saying, how is that fair to the people who are on the platform who actually listen to music? Because y'all are unwilling to actually employ people who listen to music, employ people who are hip hop lovers. I'm sorry, bruh. All right, if you need the topics the night before to have an informed opinion on Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane, then you shouldn't be on a hip hop platform, bruh. I'm sorry, right? I'm having the same expectation I have on everybody that I have for myself. I'm expecting people who are on a hip hop platform who's
I feel like I should be playing the ether beat in the background.
Paid to speak on hip hop topics, to be doing research on hip hop topics throughout the week. You should know, right, what happened with Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane, right? Without
facts, old John Crow, Crip Mac is a bucket, fam. I seen somebody say Looney, salute to you, Looney. I fuck with you heavy, bro. But he said Crip Mac is the only surdy one. I don't know about how surdy he is. There's a whole video on a channel called Swap Stories that destroys this guy's whole gangster credibility and stuff. He loses all the fades that he gets into. And yeah, Crip Mac is just he's not a guy. You know what I'm saying? And then the other guy, Looney said, not Surdy. He's not Surdy. But yeah, and that was a Swamp Story classic. He killed Crip Mac in that video. If I'm Crip Mac, I want to find that guy, bro. But he exposed the hell out of him. And like, to be honest, like 5-5 Crip, like him sitting there acting like a freaking idiot for freaking half an hour or 45 minutes is not compelling content to me. Like when he first came home from jail, I wasn't running to No Jumper to hear him go 5-5 Crip, 5-5-5. right? Like 55th. Like, nah, it's not doing it for me, right? And then the other guy that they had, the guy who blew his fingers off, 4 Extras, another shit show. Like, they're good for the moment, but they're not long-term hosts. I don't want to sit there and watch Adam 22 sit across from 4 Extras, even if he stayed after he blew his fingers off. I still don't want to sit there and watch him 5 months from now doing interviews with that guy. Right? You forgot about 4 Extras, right? Listen, fam, Flakko has exposed something that we already knew. That place is just a graveyard right now, fam. 607 Unk. Oh my God, the voodoo guy who said that he put the spell on freaking 4 Extras so that his fingers can get blown off in the first place. Just a bunch of degenerate losers over there. Holy.
You know if you're going to talk about it or not on the news. You should just know, you know why? Because you're on a hip-hop platform and it's your job to be informed. You should know what's going on. You should know what's going on with All-Star JR and J. Prince Jr. and NBA Ben 10. You should know what's going on with David. But these people show up time after time after time, immensely uninformed.
Immensely.
And it's not Poetik Flakko's fault. Trust me. It's not my fault, all right, that the blind dweeb didn't know that David knew Celeste was 13 years old when he was messing with her. It's not my fault. This blind dweeb showed up, spread misinformation for an hour or two, and then went home and still got paid.
She lied about her.
Full circle, back to this dude over here, Munchie B.
Hey,
and stuff.
Look, a lot of this is fluff. The corpse shit go get throughout, and the Lou thing with the kid go get throughout because they found fake IDs of her, and people that was around David, they all said like, damn, we thought she lied and said she went to USC.
Nah, but public perception is not going to be that way because if you're in an intimate relationship with someone after a while, you're probably going to know.
This is Skinny House phone right here. I think his name is, I forget his name, right? I think his name is Rick, right? That's a Skinny House phone.
So got a video that's on the internet where she was like cursing out her neighbors and shit. She carried herself older.
Things like that is inexcusable. It's not Poetik Flakko's fault that these dudes are uninformed and doesn't know what they're talking about, okay? I didn't do the topics for that news, so what's the excuse now? David and Celeste has been in the news headline for about 6 months, right? There's been Discord messages that have leaked. There's messages of Celeste's brother, right? There's David going around paying people to keep quiet about him and Celeste. So every fact of this case is pointed towards David knew Celeste's age. Nobody has came out and says that David had no idea how old Celeste was. But your employee come on the platform and say that. And say that, you know, David engaging in lewd acts with a 13-year-old is going to get thrown out because the 13-year-old lied to David about her age when that's just not true. They met in the Discord where David is acknowledging she's 13. But for real, Adam got to start cracking down on some of these bums, bro. They're just showing up to collect the $125 that Adam is giving to the employees. Like the No Jumper max contract is $125 per show. That's
hold on. Before Flakko continues, he continues to shit. He puts a shit storm on these guys, okay? Because now he's gonna get into their max contracts and shit like that. Weston NV, hit me up behind the scenes. We'll talk about a collab behind the scenes. DM me on my Instagram, Friday Ricky Dread. Okay. But what was you saying over here? Yeah, spouse phone is a mod thing. So this is the new iteration of how No Jumper looks. All right, when they're doing their Tuesday show. Just mad people sitting at the table. They're trying to take something from the Joe Button model. Okay, Joe Button got like 7 mics running. Maybe I can do the same thing and get away with that. Nah, Adam, nah, bro. Cut it down to maybe 4 mics because y'all niggas just sound retarded when you guys get together like that many people.
Bro, they're just showing up to collect the $125 that Adam is giving to the employees. Like the No Jumper max contract is $125 per show. That's the max that anybody over there is getting. Everybody else is receiving less. But some people got other things going on outside of No Jumper that they don't need the max contract. They got other things going on. But the bums who show up,
damn,
right? They start politicking, doing snake stuff. Oh, they need that $125 per show. And it's okay if you need it, but you just got to show up and do your job. You showing up. Like, yo, dudes are showing up drunk, high, like they talking over each other. There's no cohesion. It's an absolute train wreck. And it's not.
I said this earlier in the segment, okay? Poetic Flakko saying it hits different, fam. Bro, like, you still over there, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Like they talking over each other. There's no cohesion. It's an absolute train wreck. And it's not Poetic Flakko fault. It's a train wreck, bro.
No, I found in love, but if you want this dick, you want this dick, period.
You can give it to her in a loving way. You can give it to her in a loving way.
Listen to some Tyrese.
No, we gotta keep it.
Oh, man. Listen to this inaudible podcasting. Imagine, okay? Salute to the We Love Hip Hop podcast, man. Salute to me, man. Fuck. Oh. Imagine I put out an episode on Monday or on Thursday morning. Niggas is listening to this shit on Spotify. And all I hear is, yo, no, what are you saying, though, nigga? Like, just inaudible noise. Everybody just talking over each other. Like, you'd be like, yo, let's turn this thing off, Rich. And like, yo, Friday, what are you doing over there, bro? What, Guan? Like, niggas would check me in the comments. Niggas would hit me in the DMs like, yo, your pod's trash. I can't even hear. I can't even make out what the mandem are saying over there. It's like, right? When I hear niggas get too crazy on the pod, when there's 4 of us on the pod, Fantastic Four, and it gets a little bit too wild, right, Carol? You hear me? One mic, yo, chill, one at a time. Cause like it makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up as a podcast producer. That there's like 3 people or 2 people talking at the same time. You know what I mean? No Jumper, they don't even care. They talk at the same time. Niggas is having side conversations on mic. It's just a shit show. It's this nasty.
Real, bro. If you want this dark, you
listen.
They're showing up drunk, high, like they talking over each other. There's no cohesion. It's an absolute train wreck. And it's not Poetic Flakko fault. It's a train wreck, bro.
No, I found in love, but if you want this dick, you want this dick, period.
You can give it to her in a loving way.
You can give it to her in a loving way.
Listen to some Tyrese.
No, we gotta keep it real, bro. If you want this dark, you want this
Why
dick.
you slamming the head, bro?
You want this dirt? He's serious about this.
You want this dirt? You want this dirt?
Get this dirt.
No, gangsters, bro. This dick good, bro. If you pass up on it, that's your problem, whatever.
Right.
Fan, what sober-minded fan of hip-hop is tapping into that shit show to find out what's going on in the culture? Nobody, bruh.
That was a hunger yawn.
Content, they're making content for homeless drug addicts who take baths at the bus stop.
They're making content for homeless drug addicts who take baths at the bus stop. Is mud.
The clear and obvious problem here that's being ignored, these people are circus freaks. These are not serious media personalities. These are not people we're trying to give opinions about anything. No, these are circus freaks that we show up and we much rather watch from behind the glass. Nobody who's of value, nobody who's something serious, nobody who has any type of self-respect is tapping in to listen to this.
Whoa. Nobody who has self-respect is listening to this, bro. This is the place who still employs him. Literally part-time. This is like quarter time. I ain't even going to call it part-time. This is like quarter time. Like, the money that he makes from friggin' No Jumper is probably something that he just puts in his account for savings. He never touches it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't even realize that he got paid from these niggas. Like, oh shit, I got paid this week. Cool. Nice. Put it in there. Put it in the bank. Right? Because the way he's talking about them, bro, like, he doesn't even care about dissing their audience or them losing viewership to his video that has almost 100,000 views on it. He's like, anybody with self-respect wouldn't watch that freaking show or that podcast. Bro, like, Adam writes checks for you still.
and we much rather watch from behind the glass. Nobody who's of value, nobody who's something serious, nobody who has any type of self-respect is tapping in to listen to this.
And if you don't it, then get the on.
You don't have to tell me twice, bro. I told Adam, listen, Adam, I'm no jumper. You know, man, right? I'm no jumper till I die. You my
Are you sure?
Homie, Adam, right? We built this together. But if you think I'm about to sit at a table with those circus freaks, you're out of your mind, bro. When I want to podcast, we can podcast together, Adam. We could build something. We could start a show. We could do something together. But I'm not sitting. And I don't recommend anybody.
There was a point in time when Flakko was on a podcast with Lush, not Lush. He was on a podcast with Almighty Suspect and Gina Views, right? This is when Gina Views was still over there. And on that podcast, they gave him so much shit, right? And they bit his back in, they did all, or he kicked his back in, they did so much behind the scenes backbiting. That's what I want to say. They did so much backbiting on this nigga that they literally worked behind the scenes to get him off of their podcast, and then the podcast ended up just being Gina Views and freaking Almighty Suspect, and it ended up being trash. Okay, so I don't even think that Flakko needs to do anything over there, right? Him even suggesting, yo, Adam, if you want me to come over there, then it's only on these conditions. Don't even worry about it, because the niggas didn't want you in the building when you were there. And now you super up, all right? Again, I'll say, now you're running laps around these niggas. Don't even offer your services to these niggas, bro. Keep it moving. Fuck these niggas.
With aspirations in media to sit at a table with those circus freaks, bro. Because imagine how that reflects on you. You want to have a serious media career. You think we're...
Listen, he's giving an advice now to other content creators. He's telling other content creators, don't go sit with them, okay? So if you go to LA anytime soon, listen to Poetik Flakko. This is what he has to say about visiting No Jumper. This is what I ain't even worried about it, fam. If I go to LA, No Jumper is probably not even the move, because listen to what he's got to say.
We could start a show. We could do something together. But I'm not sitting. And I don't recommend anybody with aspirations in media to sit at a table with those circus freaks, bro. Because imagine how that reflects on you. You want to have a serious media career. You think we're looking at you, taking you seriously, and you're at a table with those circus freaks, those weirdos, those imbeciles? Absolutely not. I feel so bad for Dope Boy.
If you are trying to have a media career, you are doing yourself a disservice, he's telling us, by sitting down at the No Jumper tables. It's going to make your resume look bad. Like, if, I used to work at No Jumper, like, damn, okay, you can't have the job.
Because Doughboy is the most famous, accomplished person that's ever been a No Jumper host. And he is tasked with having to sit down with a freaky blind alcoholic. I could podcast with a blind man. I could podcast with a freaked out dude. I could podcast with an alcoholic. I can't podcast with no freaky blind alcoholic, bro.
Damn.
Now, this podcast was an absolute disaster. So the freaky blind alcoholic, he gets up, pulls his pants down on purpose. After unsuccessfully hitting on the women the entire show, he pulls his pants down after telling them he got some good zig, and then walks out so they can see his penis. This dude is an absolute... Yo, you belong on the registry, bro.
This is a great idea.
That's a great segment.
This is, we gotta choose up. And we're gonna call this segment Choose Up.
I don't want to do it. Choose or lose.
Okay, she don't want to do it. She don't want
Flakko ain't going to No Jumper anytime soon. The way he's talking about these niggas, if he does go to No Jumper, he's going with his gun. Okay, and I'm not even snitching. Flakko has talked about having firearms multiple times on his channel. Okay, he's a licensed firearm owner. If niggas try to run up on him, he's in a state where he can use self-defense when he freaking shoots you in the chest. All right, so salute to Flakko, man.
Do it. Do you want to do it?
Y'all have to do something like cook for me.
No, we ain't got time for her. Do you want to do it?
I'm good.
What's your name again, Deidre?
I got that good girl.
Hold on. Deidre, do you want to do it?
I'm not going to
swap on her.
Put your pants on. No, it's already
your pants up.
losing. You doing that stuff. That's too much.
Embarrassing.
What did you just do? What happened?
If not the balloon, I would have said.
You would have popped it on him?
Because he did this with his dick.
Oh, Munchie.
I said,
Yeah, you said you want to be like, you come on, like.
Versace girl.
Bro, I'm gonna go home.
Are you out of here?
He said, I want to go.
So we can just
Wow.
Well,
Yeah, we your hands up.
As soon as I was greeting, you was greeting me with the dick, like, you know, like.
This is a podcast episode. Like people, like there are audience members of this, but like who? I want to see what the profile is, like the Facebook page or the Instagram pages, or like literally their LinkedIn of who the audience members are who are watching this shit. Or let me know in the chat, okay? One in the chat if you guys still watch No Jumper at least once a week, okay? Let's do that. Once a week, are you watching No Jumper? Or two in the chat if you haven't watched that channel in months, maybe even a year, right? Again, one in the chat if once a week, at least once a week, you watch maybe one video, 2 videos of No Jumper. Once a week, you tap in. Or two if you've tuned out. You haven't watched that channel in a minute. The only time you actually get to hear about it now is like when I do a impromptu or rare reaction to No Jumper on this channel, right? I'm seeing Bear Twos pop up in the chat, right? Listen, don't get it twisted. They still do their thing. There's still a channel that has like 4 million subs. Adam is doing his thing with the plug talk shit and all that. But this right here, he's checked out. He's not even sitting at this table. He couldn't sit at this table and listen to this inaudible bullshit. He would get extremely upset of how bad this podcasting is right over here.
I'm saying, bro, but before I call my to get out there and go home, I just put up the curb and we can just get certified, boom, whatever.
What?
My thoughts exactly, man. What the F is going on over there, bro? That's what we're doing now, man?
Wow.
That's the content? Now, when the freaky blind alcoholic Riz ain't work, this man damn near wanted to take it from him, man.
What is the girl?
Take him
What's
home.
that? What's that?
All right, Munchie. All right, Munchie B.
He needs some water.
All right, Munchie. He needs some milk.
He needs some milk. Water.
All right, Munchie.
You need some water, milk, Uber.
All right, Munchie.
And poor Lush. Salute to Lush, right? I fuck with Lush because Lush is like he's a really knowledgeable guy. He's very popular in the battle rap scene. But from when I had the interview with Lush, he was still sober. And now, oh man, let me pull that up. He was still sober when I interviewed Lush. He was talking about sobriety. Let me pull this up here. I think life made me get sober, right? And
that's right. Hey, great decision, brother.
Yeah. And you started getting into really taking your sobriety seriously February 3rd of 2020.
That's exactly right. The day that changed my life. Well, technically,
February 3rd, 2020. We're in 2026. This nigga's high as shit.
February 2nd is when I went into treatment.
Mhm.
But I got fucked up that day. I went into treatment as we always do. So my sobriety date is February 3rd. Although it's no longer February 3rd because I now smoke weed and I've gone back to drinking. Trying to moderate it to the best of my ability. It's hard when
Try to moderate it to the best of his ability.
You're an addict, you know, so I'm dealing with that struggle as far as addiction goes. But, you know, I feel like if I could keep it to just weed, I'll be straight. Cool. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with smoking no motherfucking ganja. God put it there for us. Motherfuckers be off all kinds of prescription pills and claim sobriety. If I want to smoke some other weed, it's going to make me...
If he just sticks to weed, can we see what Lush looks like now? Even look at his face. Look how much weight he has on his face here. Pause. Compared to this right now, look at this. This is what Lush looks like now. He looks like he should be on Skid Row. Oh my God, these niggas is down bad.
Thank you, man. Shout out to Munchie. Clap it up for Munchie B.
That's when it got.
All right, Munchie B.
Who?
Let's get Munchie B to the call.
Yeah,
Thank you, Munchie. Munchie did 13 hours straight.
Munchie, pull your
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
pants up.
Munchie, Munchie, your pants.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Y'all got his whole.
See, Shorty felt the same way. Oh my God.
Munchie, Munchie.
Adam, you gotta fire those circus animals, man. I don't know what's going on over there, bro. It's all bad, man. Y'all let me know in the.
Yeah. So just an observation, like, it's one thing me saying, and I'll say this again and I'll end this segment here. It's one thing me saying, yo, no jumpers down bad, blah, blah, blah. You know, my observation is totally from the outside. I don't know the inner workings of what goes on over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally just watching the host every once in a while on Instagram saying, yo, what the fuck is going on over there? But when you got somebody like Poetik Flakko, who's literally been there, I don't know, the last 5 years or something like that, and now he's crashing out on them, it's donezo. It's donezo. Stick a fork in them. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Poetik Flakko. Keep doing your thing. All right. That's my brother right there. Right. We always gonna tap in with each other. Right. But I don't know, bro. Your days at No Jumper might be done.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.